brief to about, let's say, to 90 to 120 seconds, after which I might have to have the unpleasant task of coming hard on you, not because you are less important, but because there are a lot of people who are waiting to share their feelings, and we need to keep up to the sense of timings. I'd like to request our DG Uday Bhaskara to come and speak a few words on this occasion. Sir.
Some learned man said, there are two things certain in life. One is taxes, other is death. Though everybody knows that one day we have to leave, but we seem to think that we are going to live forever. We keep thinking that our end is not going to be very immediate. We have a long way to go ahead. The sad part is, because we don't know many things, we may not be able to complete in our life, thinking that we are going to be there for a long time. Last time I was listening to my mentor who was saying, body and death, body and this soul. Everybody knows that soul is immortal, body is there for a short while and it changes into some other form, but the soul remains. Soul continues. It is so easy to say and so easy to imagine, but when somebody very dear to us, when they go away from us, that time we realize the pain of how important the body was, how important the person was. A value of a person is seldom known until we lose them. So couple of years back, when I lost my father at the age of 92.5, somehow I had an impression that he's going to be there forever. But because I thought that he's going to be there for a very long time, probably we gave him a less of attention. Here also the same. We keep taking so many things for granted. We seem to be taking so many persons for granted that we might not have given importance of what we are supposed to give. But every life journey is important. Every person gives a message in his or her lifetime that it is worth emulating for all of us. Let me also say a few words about past State Governor Madhura Chatrapathy in the context of Rotary Bangalore Cubbon Park, which is my charter, as I'm a charter member of that club. And very fondly she used to call, when we started our club 28 years back, we were just average age was 25 plus. So she used to very fondly used to call, my boys have come, my boys, she used to call us. That's how all of us, especially the charter members, about 18 of us, were the Rotaractors who knew her very dearly, and we used to look forward to her speeches in our club. So when she specifically called me one day and said that I should take over as the Kinder Act, I said, idenu gottailala nanage, inta hosad nanu gottilla, I cannot take it. She said, because it is new, because you are young, because I know you can take it forward, I want you to lead this. Very unwillingly I took it forward. But I liked the job so much that I continued for the second year and created a record of 20 clubs, not because that, I could do it, because of the guidance, the way she could inspire people. Whenever she stood on the stage and she used to mesmerize people with her message, with the content, with the way of her delivery, the choice of words, all were mesmerizing. In fact, many places when I used to go outside Rotary, when I tell that I'm a Rotarian, they used to take her name very fondly, very respectfully in many forums. So friends, we might have lost a person, which is inevitable, but again, every person has a message in his or her life. The challenge for all of us is, how are we going to tag on to such good values she portrayed? What are the good things she conveyed to us? These are the things probably we should hang on to, learn from her, and probably implement in our life. Just to sum it up, a success of a person is the person comes crying, but everybody would be laughing at the time of birth. I believe if, if the person, when he or she dies, everybody should be crying and that person should be laughing. If that is the case, if you are able to do for all of us, I think our life is made. On behalf of the fraternity of Rotary, on behalf of hundreds, thousands of Rotarians whom they adore and respect Madhura Chatrapathy, on behalf of all of them, I, as the district governor of 3191, and I very respectfully, wholeheartedly, we accept her departure, and I assure that we will try to implement what all she stood for and what all she has taught us. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Those are thoughts which I'm sure all of us will resonate with. And next I have the pleasure of calling Surabhi Chatrapathy to the stage, please.
Good evening, everybody. It's surreal for me to be standing here and to be talking about Atte in her absence, because it's in this very venue that as a child of 6 or 7 years old that I learned the protocols of Rotary from her. And well, we are here today not just to talk about her, because collectively all of you and individually all of you have probably spent more time with her than we did with her at home. We were all a witness to the powerhouse she was, the person she was, the lioness she was, the matriarch she was, if I can say so, and the influencer she was, and the charm she brought with her wherever she went. And all of you have your own experiences with her and of her. Shruti and me are here today to thank each one of you and express our deep gratitude. Because we have known downtown to be a home, Rotary to be a family, and everyone connected to mom, dad, and aunt to be our universe. When we talk about Atte, we cannot talk about her in isolation, and that's when it sort of hits us that the charter trio of downtown and the GSR of downtown are not here today. But when I look back upon their lives, I can see how each one of them brought their desires and aspirations for the community at large to downtown, and this became a space of manifestation, and then even larger at the then District 3190. And each of their lives was so enriched and shaped by the interaction with all of you and the time they spent with you. Even, I think we've shared this with a few of you here, in the last few days, despite the condition of Alzheimer's, sometimes she failed to recognize Shruti and me. She didn't know where she was or what was happening to her. But Atte did not fail to remember that she was the charter president of Rotary Bangalore Downtown, and that she was fretting about a newsletter and how to get it printed, and I think this speaks volumes of how much her life and mind was occupied by Rotary. In the last 14 years, Shruti and I have had to stand on many shaky grounds, and many of you in this room have stood by us and helped us sail through all of it. Our heart is full, and we are very grateful for how much all of you have cared for Atte and stood by her and us in the last 40 days of her hospitalization. The roar may have stopped, the lioness may be in slumber, but her story definitely lives on. I'm very grateful, both Shruti and I are very grateful for all of you for being here today. We are certain wherever mom, dad, and aunt are, they're happy and they recognize how loved and cherished they are. More than being sad that they are not here, we are happy that they lived, and they lived a good life. And they've left behind a legacy of so much learning, of not just how to be, but also how not to be. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot. Next, we'll be having PDG SK Sen. He'll be joining us on the Zoom link. Over to Georgie. Yeah, we are keeping our fingers crossed because depending on technology. Are we good? To speak, sir. PDG say a few words. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Yeah, we can
Can
hear
you
you,
hear
but
me?
yeah, we are able to hear you, but we are not able to see.
Are you speaking PDG champion of station?
A few words. Hello, hello.
Hello. I'm speaking from out of station. Can you hear me? Hello. Hello. Friends, can you hear me? I am out of station. I'm speaking in Zoom. Zoom.
Go ahead, please. Just go ahead and speak, sir. We can hear you. We can see you. We can hear you.
But he's muted. PDG Sen, you are muted, sir.
He's unmuted, yeah. Can we get back to him?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Yes, we can. Please go ahead. We can hear you loud and clear. Go ahead.
That is why I am taking the hill also to pay my gratitude and also to share my feelings with you all. Madhura was one of our finest thought leaders, has gone, but I think her spirit will live in us so long the Rotary survives. It has been said perfectionist. Everything she did was perfect. Friends,
Good night, sir. Thanks for your message. Can I request our PDG Bansali to come and share his thoughts?
Yeah, no problem. Hey, it's too much.
We'll take this off.
Yeah. Friends, we have assembled today to give Shradhanjali to a true Rotarian. In all sense, she was a true Rotarian because she has followed the principles of Rotary. I may not go to the elaborate because I read the Shradhanjali letter written by Rotary Downtown, in which very elaborately it has been mentioned. I will go my interaction with her. Actually, in 1990, when Rotary Downtown started, we met and our association started. Slowly, we used to discuss certain projects as well as meeting some of the new areas of discussion. Sometime she has mentioned that why we cannot do certain things, whereas we always think about ourselves, entrepreneur, vocational. But vocational, we really do to a one-person entrepreneur. Can we do it something more? I think in her mind, the vocational is not vocational. She was idea of having much more, to develop, to create entrepreneurs, not only one entrepreneur. And the great example of this, you can see the Atli, that leather projects which she has made it, and many people's got the job. Similarly, she was thinking certain things which we do for an organization, and that was in her mind, and she was the pioneer of Awake. She started the Awake. Similarly, some other organization she led. She was the champions of champions. She always led from the front. She had many leaders under her control. I'm using word control because those people used to listen to her carefully and used to implement it. Friends, such a nice friend we had. My further association in 1990, when she called me and told Bansali, I have something for you. I told, what is this new bombshell you are going to give me? I just asked, it is bombshell only. You will be my conference chair. I told Madhura, I never thought of it. You don't have to think of it. You come tomorrow to my office, we'll think of it. And thereafter, journey started. Journey started, and first time she told that this conference should be unique, Bansali. Unique means what? Say, it will not be in Bangalore. It will not be in Chodaya. It should be outside. Outside, it will be logistic problem. There is no logistic problem. That time, Club Cabana used to be very far. So, but, no, we will have it. And who was the architect of all those things? Our great PDG, Fazal, we all used to travel many times. Logistic means logistic, smallest thing. How fountain has to work, how mini theatre has to work, what will be the all. And RIP rep was Ravindran, our past Rotary International president. He was the RI rep. He has called so many beautiful speakers, like this one, Shiv Khera. Yes, I was about to tell that. Shiv Khera, and so many. It was a wonderful conference. And thereafterwards, when came to Memento, there also I told no, I don't agree. She said, Sali, you go through the budget. What is it saying? From where you will get? I told her, okay. Pandu Sahab always used to listen us because he used to be always with us. I think such a nice person. And thereafterwards, I think we continued our friendship. We used to meet sometime. After Deepavali, she used to call me, Bansali, your sweets is ready. Hey, I am bringing sweet. No, your sweet is here. And she really used to keep the sweet myself when I go. A wonderful family. A wonderful family. What I should say, all three elders have gone today. Srikant, wonderful. He always used to say, yeah, Ajawaj, Pratibha, what great lady. Great lady. And of course, Madhura, she was the chief architect of all those things. And our association definitely grown. Grown in such a manner that we used to, sometime meet and exchange the other ideas also. My dear friends, I don't know that these three great people will vanish from this earth in such a short span of time, leaving such a big responsibility on two of them. It's a great, but one thing I'll tell you more. She always felt that something is going wrong. She called me about 6 months earlier. Bansali, I am having some problem. I have kept one servant, but she is not working properly. And something I want to remove. I thought that if you feel it's not comfortable, you do that. And I am fortunate that just before she went in coma, I could talk to her. I was there when Shruti asked, who is that? He is Bansali. Then we talked, and I think that was the last, I say that was her last talk. Friends, I missed my great friend, the first district governor in the RI, Rotary International, and the first president, a lady president in our district. I may not say that whole of the RI, but of course, RI, I can say that she was the first past district governor. Such a wonderful person. I think my time, I am taking more time, so I'll say 2 lines in the Hindi. बिछड़ा कुछ इस अदा से कि रुत ही बदल गई. I think you can all understand. बिछड़ा की किस अदा से कि रुत ही बदल गई. That मौसम itself is change. एक शख्स सारे शहर से वीरान कर गए. He has done the whole Rotary as a वीरान. एक रोशन दिमाग था, न रहा. रोटरी में एक चिराग था, न रहा. My dear friends, that is what my great Shradhanjali. I wish wherever she is, she should be in eternal peace. Thank you.
Yeah. And I'd like to thank Sangeeta ma'am for the patience. After another two more people, we'll have the second round. Yeah.
As Bansali friends, as Bansali mentioned, we have come together here to pay homage to our sister Madhura. I've taken the liberty of using the word Sister Madhura because she used to always refer to me as a brother. This fine gesture was probably emanated from the fact that myself and Shrikant worked together very closely when we were the district secretaries in 1998-99 when she was the governor of 3190. Post her governorship, I used to be a driver to take her back home whenever Shrikant was not available. She would always say that when Kanna is not there, my other brother is there to take me back home. Those short trips and small talks in the cars were those pleasant moments I had with her over the years. Friends, I did not know much about Madhura before she chose me to be the district secretary for 3190. I don't know what she found in me, but then there was a great push for me in the leadership rank of Rotary. But for her choice of me being the secretary of the district, and later the following year when Prithvi chose me to be the GSC team leader, I wouldn't have been here wouldn't have risen as a district governor of 3190, and my position in the Rotary leadership is mainly because of these two gentlemen. Both of them are not here with us today. Other day when I went to Madhura's place, I think that's kept over here, there, I saw the, Shruti and Surabhi have arranged all those photographs, rare photographs of Madhura with her father and also with Shrikant. Those two men she adored. If one had shaped her to be a leader, a thinker, an entrepreneur, the other one, as I say, gave her the wind for her wings to fly. That was Shrikant. Ever dutiful, ever soft. We miss them both, friends. Along with a bunch of those photographs, I also saw one tagline, which means trailblazer. Shruti and Surabhi have summed up our life as well as our achievement in that particular word, trailblazer. Because it was she who gathered in 1998, I think, artisans, Kolhapuri chapel makers in a small town of Athani, as Bansali mentioned, and formed a cooperative called Toehold Artisans Collaborative. I understand that this particular cooperative has made many entrepreneurs amongst them, and also it generates a revenue of nearly 4 to 5 crores, feeding about 100 families. Throughout the last 20 odd years, she has been the trainer, mentor, or marketing or a guru for these artisans, and I'm sure they'll all miss her very much. Many years back, India Today, that poster is also over there, they placed an advertisement in a newspaper. The copy of the adverts read as thus: meet Madhura, a woman entrepreneur. Initially, she will endure it. Then gently but firmly, she admonishes him, please introduce me as an entrepreneur. They can see I'm a woman. That is Madhura. Madhura, a free-thinking woman of substance. During her governorship, she always used to prefer to be called as a district governor, not as a first woman governor in Southeast Asia. In fact, she was. Rekha Shetty became the governor later, the following year. And also her way of administering the district was like that of an extended family. No wonder she named our conference, for which Bansali was the chairman, Family Fiesta, because she wanted Rotarians to come together with their families, enjoy that event like a family. And we did enjoy that, friends. I'm always admired her great sharp memory those days. She used to address a Rotarian and the spouses by their first name. I could never do that, even now I can't do that. But then in contrast, you see, when I first met her in the hospital, she held my hand and said, "My friend." But I could make out from her gaze that she recognized me because she said Shekhar Mehta. That means she connected me with the Shekhar Mehta because I'm involved with the latest activities. The second time when I met her, of course, her memory had gone down. But as somebody mentioned, you see, she was always talking about Rotary service activity. She was murmuring, "Let us do it, let us do it," many times, holding my hand. But then the third time when I saw her, of course, her memory had totally faded. Well, friends, so throughout her life and even till the end, Rotary and Rotary's service activities were dear to her. And I'm sure somebody mentioned about her because I understand when Bansali as well as Uma came, she remembered them by name, but she could not recollect my name. Well, friends, that's how the world is. Let me salute Madhura for all that she has done to the society, her compassion, her enterprise, and the work she did for the women entrepreneurs in our state. We salute you, ma'am. We'll never have another Madhura in Rotary. We'll miss you. May her soul rest in peace. Thank you, friends.
Thank you, PDG Rai. Our DG Srinivas Murthy has requested that he needs to be going, so he's requested to be the next speaker. Request you to keep it to around 2 minutes, sir.
Well, good evening, friends. What PDG Madhura Chatrapathy shifted to Rotary Bangalore Pina, I had all the opportunity of talking to her one-to-one. She used to express a lot of her personal matters to me. Srinivas, sometime when I was 10-year-old girl, that is, Madhura told me, big pouring was there. My mother was coughing. She said, "I can't breathe." I ran somewhere near by this doctor who is a family physician. What's his name? Ashwat? Subbarao. She went and brought the doctor. Shrikant was very small, thinking that my mother will be all right. But doctor came and checked the pulse. By the time my mother was no more. My journey started from then on. She was kept on telling all her experience. She's a leader of difference. She's a very, very strong person. And she has made up out of all the challenges. She has battled all the battle. She came up and given herself as a true leader, true human being. And when she was with Rotary Bangalore Pina, when I was the president, she was almost with me and guided me. And some of the project is out of box. That is the kind of personality she is. And she requested me, "President, I want you to represent one matter to RI," when Rajendra Rai was the COL representative at that time. That she made me to send that COL matter, that is Rotary Wheel, before Rotary Wheel, the word Rotary. She suggested me and guided me, which I forwarded. Rajendra Rai was there and RI was approved. That is a landmark achievement which she thought about it, she guided me, and today Rotary World sees before the Rotary Wheel, Rotary, and these are all great things which I cherished her memories with her. And she used to tell me how Rotary News started. in their house. And today, what we are all reading Rotary News in a very, very structured manner, she's the one who played a pivotal role in bringing out that Rotary News. I can keep talking one after the other, our achievements. And ಅವರಿಗೆ ಶ್ರದ್ಧಾಂಜಲಿ ಆಗಲಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಯಾವುದೋ ಅಷ್ಟು ನನಗೆ ಮನಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ಸಮಾಧಾನ ಇಲ್ಲ ಶ್ರದ್ಧಾಂಜಲಿ ಹೇಳೋಕ್ಕೆ. The soul is an immortal guest on this earth. Let us not grieve when the body leaves. She is body and soul one. I salute her. ಅವರಿಗೆ ಆತ್ಮಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಣಾಮವನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ಅವರ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿತ್ವಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಣಾಮ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಅವರು ನಡೆಬಂದ ಹೆಜ್ಜೆ, ಅವರು ತೋರಿಸಿದಂಥ ದಾರಿ ದೀಪವಾಗಲಿ, ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲ ರೊಟೇರಿಯನ್ಗೆ ಅದು ಮಾರ್ಗದರ್ಶನವಾಗಲಿ. ಅವರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಂಥ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಕೆಲಸಗಳು ನಾವನ್ನು ಮೈಗೂಡಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅದನ್ನು ಮುಂದುವರಿಯೋಣ. Rotary Downtown has started that Pioneer Award. Please continue that. We'll all be with you. Surabhi and Shruti, you both grew up in front of us. Anything and any problem, anything, we are all with you. This is the family with you. So ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ನಮನ, ಆ ಒಂದು ಶಕ್ತಿಗೆ ನಮನ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಆತ್ಮಕ್ಕಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಬಾಡಿಗಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಒಂದು ಶಕ್ತಿಗೆ, ಮಧುರಾ ಛತ್ರಪತಿ ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಶಕ್ತಿಗೆ ನನ್ನ ಹೃತ್ಪೂರ್ವಕವಾದ ನಮನವನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. We had planned to have the musical tribute in 3 sections, so that we can have the next set of speakers give their view later. I'd like to request Ms. Sangeeta to give us yet another melodious session.
Hello. Yeah. With whatever little information I could gather, apparently she was fond of a couple of songs, and one such song will be presented by Sri Suri, originally sung by Rafi Saab.
बहारों फूल बरसाओ, मेरा महबूब आया है, मेरा महबूब आया है। हवा वो रागनी गाओ, मेरा महबूब आया है, मेरा महबूब आया है। फूल की मेहंदी लगा इन गोरे हाथों में, उतर आए घटा का जल लगा इन प्यारी आँखों में। सितारों मांग भर जाओ, मेरा महबूब आया है, मेरा महबूब आया है। बहारों फूल बरसाओ, मेरा महबूब आया है, मेरा महबूब आया है। नजारों हर तरफ अब तान, दो एक नूरी की चादर। बड़ा शर्मीला दिलबर है, चला जाए न शर्मा कर। जरा तुम दिल को बहलाओ, मेरा महबूब आया है, मेरा महबूब आया है। बहारों फूल बरसाओ, मेरा महबूब आया है, मेरा महबूब आया है।
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Back to a devotional. गंगाधर शंकर करुणाकर, मामव भवसागर तारक। गंगाधर शंकर करुणाकर, मामव भवसागर तारक। भो शंभो शिव शंभो स्वयंभो, भो शंभो शिव शंभो स्वयंभो, भो शंभो शिव शंभो स्वयंभो, भो शंभो शिव शंभो स्वयंभो। निर्गुण परब्रह्म स्वरूप, घम घम पूत प्रपंच रहित। निर्गुण परब्रह्म स्वरूप, घम घम पूत प्रपंच रहित। निज गुह निहित नितांत अनंत, आनंद अतिशय अक्षय लिंग। भो शंभो शिव शंभो स्वयंभो, भो शंभो शिव शंभो स्वयंभो। दिमित दिमि दिमि किट किट तोम, तोम तोम तरि किट किट तोम। दिमित दिमि दिमि किट तोम 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 तरि किट तोम। मदंग मुनिवर वंदित ईशा, नित्य निरंजन नित्य नटेश। मदंग मुनिवर वंदित Shambho Swayambho, Shiva Shambho Swayambho, Shiva Shambho Swayambho, Shiva Shambho Swayambho.
Thank you, Sangeeta ma'am. I'd like to continue with the tradition of having the vocal tributes given. In this context, can I request PDG S. Nagendra to come and share? In the interest of times, again, I keep telling sir, 2 minutes is what we would like to limit it to.
Good evening, friends. In fact, my association with Madhura was much beyond Rotary, because even when she was not a Rotarian, we had good friendship and we worked together. Two qualities which I admired in her and tried to follow her were her leadership qualities. True to what John Maxwell said, leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. She was a perfect leader in that sense. I admire her leadership qualities because she was not an individual, but she was an institution. The second quality which I saw very dear and closely saw her was the training she gave as a trainer. The great qualities of trainer she had. She would understand her audience. This is what she told me many a times. We need to structure our training to the needs of the people whom we train. These two I have always admired, and that shall be with me, and she will be coming along with me in these two areas. One other thing which I thought I would share is our bonding when we became presidents together. 1991, 20 of us in Bangalore were the presidents. There were only 20 clubs those days. And the year after that, or the years after that, was the greatest bonding that we saw. As presidents, we used to meet, but it used to be a very small, short time. But after we finished our presidentship, our bonding became very close, and we started this club of 20. 20 of us, like 4 of us became governors. To start with, it was Partha, then Madhura, then Ramji and me. 4 of us, and of course we had great friends, though they did not become governors, but somebody like Narayan from Indranagar, or Govind Reddy from Archards, or Narayan Shetty from South, they were all great friends. In fact, we really enjoyed that company of 20 of us together. And she would lead that group, club of 20, and I used to be, as the youngest of this lot, be the convener of these meetings. So that was something which gave us that bonding in Rotary, and she was the true spirit. Friends, I would pay my tribute to her because she was a great Rotarian, a great service person, but more than all this, she was a great human being. That is what I saw in her. Thank you.
Thank you for your thoughts, sir. Next, we will be having Ms. Uma Reddy coming and speaking on.
Thank you. Good evening to everyone here, assembled here to pay our tributes to Madhura, the dearest friend. A journey that began exactly in the same hall. I was out of college, started my business, and 2-3 years down the line, I received an award as a Technocrat Women Entrepreneur Award. And that was something she was so proud to give it to a woman entrepreneur. As all of you all know that she has been a pioneer in setting up a premium organization, Awake, the Association of Women Entrepreneurs of Karnataka, which was a pioneering association in the country, the first women entrepreneur association in the country. And it was Awake that awarded us as a Technocrat Women Entrepreneur Award. And that was something she was so proud of, you know, that instead of the regular puppets, pickles, and garments, I want to do this. And I came here not knowing. And when I came here, I met my classmate Kamala Raghunath. And when we received that award, you know what she said? She said, Uma, you know how to run an enterprise. Can you share that expertise and help another woman set up an enterprise? And that sounded music to our ears because we were all young in our careers and didn't know much about the word mentorship. It was called business counseling those days. And here was an opportunity for us to share. And it was that day that I began my journey as an entrepreneur, as a social entrepreneur with Awake and with all the women entrepreneurs and along with Madhura. I went to Awake to see what Awake was all about, and then before I knew, within 15 days, I was secretary and she was president of the association. I was secretary with her. There was a lot of learning that I had with her. She was such a perfectionist. We were never taught how to do minutes of the meeting ever in college, especially in engineering colleges. And I remember doing that 10 times over to get it to the right bullet point, you know. And I believe that's what I learned from her, and that's what I'm going to share quickly in the next 1 minute also, is what I learned in my journey with Madhura. Thereafter, it was a journey along with her. She kept on moving with new ideas, new creativities, new activities of hers, and she founded Ascent, the Toehold Artisans Collaborative. I was with her for the first 3 years, working with her working with the artisans of Athene and creating something which is so very different from any other organizations. And it was always out of the box. And here were those artisans which we took them to participate in a trade fair abroad, and she encouraged them. And we worked with them at the grassroots level. And the most important is she was getting into the nitty-gritty of everything. She would get down to the last detail. It was a great journey with her, with Ascent, with Toehold. Saw the entrepreneurs grow. And the feather in the cap was them receiving an award from FKCCI last year as the only NGO which exported with a turnover of more than 1 crore, a not-for-profit organization, but the Toehold Artisans Collaborative was a company by itself. And it went back to the artisans, and that was a joy for her to say that the artisans of Athene were recognized on an export platform, and and they received the Export Excellence Award, and this happened last year, and she was very, very happy about it. And the third and the most thing which touched me was I was part of FKCCI, the Federation of Karnataka Chamber of Commerce, and she always said, she always made it a point to come and vote for me in the sector. And it was, we went out after her birthday in April. Usually it's not on that date and thereafter. And she said, this time, Oma, you have to stand for the post of vice president. And I'm going to be there with you all along, especially because Pandu is also not there to support you. I'll be there. And I'm going to come and vote for you on September 27th. She wasn't there to vote for me. The card, she made sure, because there was a time when she had that membership card and she didn't bring it with her. So she said, this time I will be there to vote for you. When I won that election, I went to see her at the hospital, and I really don't know whether she realized it, but she said, super in all her style. And that was something which I carry with me. And it is, I think, these memories, that we take along with us. It's that, learning and sharing, which she kept talking about, is what we carry with us. And I think Madhura is there with us all the time. I don't think any of us are, I mean, everyone is immortal in a way, but, these are memories that bring a lot of joy in every day's life of us, and there is never a day when you, you miss that. So I'm just going to quickly close it with what Madhura sent me a few days before she... I just wanted to read this out, what she sent to me. She said this on 30th of July. And this was on Friendship Day. She says, just wanted to say thank you for coming into my life and being my friend. Dear Uma, it's Friendship Day. It is a delight to greet you for the decades of friendship and relatedness. And it is that friendship and relatedness that we carry with us. Thank you so very much for providing me this opportunity to share. And I wish Surabhi and Shruti to carry her dreams forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Uma. In fact, many of us also have been privileged to get such messages, I'm sure, at various levels. One thing which has made her so popular is because of the fact that she always compliments people, she always keeps in touch with them. And Ms. Uma Reddy spoke about Awake, and next speaker we have our Awake IPP, Rajeshwari Madam, please.
Thank you, Rotary, for providing us a leader in Dr. Madhura Chatrapathy. My journey in Awake started with membership when Uma Reddy was the president, and I came into the board of Awake then. So that's when I was introduced to a great visionary leader like Dr. Madhura. So the first program we had was a state level conference, and Uma was conducting the first time buyer seller meet for the women entrepreneurs of Karnataka. It was a huge trade affair which happened in the palace ground. So we were all figuring out how we are going to do, and the first time we created a brochure and we took it to her. She said all this is not correct, and she immediately gave a design, mix and match. You call it mix and match, which is catchy. So that's when I encountered a person who is perfection in all aspects, a person who looks ahead of things. She was always 10 years ahead of all of us. We may be young in heart, young in age, but she was 10 years ahead of us. She had a forethought of what is going to come. And like one of the RDGs said, she always say, she will say, when you are talking about Awake, you first say why Awake was formed. So we had a tagline, empowering women through entrepreneurship. You should never lose that tagline, number one. Number two, we are an organization where women entrepreneurs guide another woman entrepreneur voluntarily. These two taglines you should never forget when you're talking about Awake. So when we were doing this program, I had to go and take a video of Madhura. That's when I saw Surabhi, who was just 8 or 9 years old. And she was writing thoughts for the day on Madhura's notice board. So I had gone with the camera and all of the people. And she said, she's Surabhi and she's my niece. She was writing a beautiful thoughts for the day, even I can't forget. That's when I realized how much of inspiration she gives for the people around her, and how she nurtures even a person of her age to think ahead, think in a right way, and think in a broader way also. So my journey started whenever I had a doubt with Awake's activities. I used to call up Madhura and ask, is this the way we have to do? And she'll say, in Rotary we have this kind of discipline. Why don't you bring the same structure so that it will help you to have the similar way of carrying forward all the activities in a systematic way. And what I liked with Madhura is she was far ahead of not only thinking, she was also adopting technology very quickly. Even at 82, when we were talking about artificial intelligence and PPT and creating creative greetings, every time she sends a greeting, it will be so creative. She'll have a touch in everything. So she was far ahead of her PowerPoint presentations or anything she wants to. She'll coin a very beautiful name. And that was something which was inspiring me a lot. So every time I do a proposal, I used to just talk to her and ask, is this okay, Madhura? Then she'll say, put this tagline. So she always would encourage me to go ahead with that. And so recently also we did a sports sector conference for women entrepreneurs, how women entrepreneurs can get into the sports sectors as suppliers, as facilitators. So she said, oh, it's a new field and new thought. I will be there for you. But unfortunately, she was not able to come. So we had prepared, Chinnamma, our member, had prepared a cap and all that. So we went to her house just before going to the sports center. So all of us got down and she wore the cap. She was smiling and she said, with the badge, she said, I'm now part of this game. So we were so happy to take a picture of her. We will share it sometime later to Rotary also. So each and every step, and tomorrow is our founding day. I should say this to share with all of you. November 17th was a day Awake was registered and instituted as an association of women entrepreneurs under the Societies Act. And we are so proud. We have completed 40 years. So when I went to her, when she was in hospital, so she was lying down and 3-4 of us went, and she always loved cookies, so I bought the cookies and went to her. So she was almost sleepy or I don't know whatever. So Surabhi said, people have come to see you, Atte, get up and all that. Then she heard my voice and she said, I know they are my girls. Then she sat up and said, Madhura, I got your favorite cookies. She said, I don't think she will eat, Shruti and Surabhi were saying. She said, no, I am going to eat 2. So she took 2 cookies and she had it. Then I told Madhura, get up, it's enough being hospitalized. We have to celebrate 40th year. You said we have to come out with a coffee table book. So let's start working on that. She said, yes, I will come. But after that, again, she was so tired and she slept with all the medicines also in her. And I think she will be always blessing us from wherever she is. And we will definitely walk through whatever her ambitions were, her roadmap, what she has created for Awake. We will go by that and we will create more and more women entrepreneurs. Of course, not without Rotary's support. You had always been supporting us, and we have also received your Pioneer Organization Award from the same Rotary. And we are so proud that we have had the opportunity to be with a leader and a visionary like her, and hope we can at least contribute something, some part of whatever she has given us. Thank you, Madhura, and we wish her soul to rest in peace, and she should provide us all the blessings from wherever she is. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. In fact, thanks for bringing out various facets of her which we all relate to, which we have seen. As a part of this, I'd like to request one speaker now, after which we are going to have the last session of the musical rendition, after which we'll have 4 more speakers of 2 minutes each. Can I request PDG K.S. Nagendra? K.S.
ಇಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಸಂದರ್ಭಕ್ಕಾಗಿಯೇ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅನಿಸುತ್ತೆ, ಮೌನ ಅಥವಾ ನಿಶ್ಶಬ್ದ ಬಂಗಾರದ ತೂಕ ಅಂತ. ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಸಚ್ ಎನ್ ಆಬ್ಸಲ್ಯೂಟ್ಲಿ, ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ, ಐ ಆಮ್ ಟಚ್ಡ್. ಮೈ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಫುಲ್, ಸೊ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಮೇ ಫೇಲ್. ನನ್ನ ತಾಯಿನ ಬಿಟ್ಟರೆ ಇಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಹೃದಯವಂತಿಕೆ ಇರುವಂಥ ಹೆಂಗಸು
such bold, courageous lady, such kind-hearted lady, such a leader I have not come across anta. These are not my words. These are the words, sentences uttered, and I would not forget, by one of my very, very close friends and the mother of Shruti and Surabhi, Pratibha. In fact, that probably is the expression. I am sure each of us has expressed, we have our interactions, we have had our experiences with Madhura. I am sure each one of us will agree that she was a visionary, she was a great leader, but more than all, she was very human, very kind-hearted lady. That we cannot contest at all. About 7-8 months back, she called me, she said she has a few ladies. KSN, ಈ ಅಥಣಿಯಿಂದ ಒಂದು 3-4 ಜನ ನನ್ನ ಹೆಂಗಸರು ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಈ ಮೈಕ್ರೋ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ನವ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸೆಟಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. I cannot come to your office. What do we do? How do I introduce? I said, don't worry, Madhura. I will come to your home. I went there. After getting introduced to those 4 ladies, we spent some time, about 15-20 minutes. And again, it was the same talk. It was about Awake. But she spoke about the incubation center, which she said was probably first of its kind in the whole of India. When Asia, when nobody had heard of a word like incubation, she said that's what she had set up. And she was talking about this Athani experience not because of she had done something big. She always felt that empowering those small group of women and setting up probably a self-help group when it was so out of the context. I think that's what she always spoke about. ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್, ಭಾಳಷ್ಟು ಥರದಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಳಷ್ಟು ವಿಧಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಮಧುರಾ ಅವ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಆದರೆ ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಸನಲ್ ಮೆಸೇಜಸ್ ಕಳಿಸೋದು, ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಲರ್ನ್ಡ್. ಆನ್ 28th April, it is her birthday. I sent her a message, not on the group, College of Governors group ಅಲ್ಲ, ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಸನಲ್ ಮೆಸೇಜು. ಹಿರಿಯಕ್ಕ ಮಧುರಾರಿಗೆ ಹುಟ್ಟುಹಬ್ಬದ ಶುಭಾಶಯಗಳು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಹಾಕಿದೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ನಾನು ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಮಾತಾಡುವಾಗ ಅಥವಾ ಬರೆಯುವಾಗ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಶಿ ವುಡ್ ರೆಸ್ಪಾಂಡ್ ಇನ್ ಕನ್ನಡ. ಇನ್ 15 minutes ಐ ರಿಸೀವ್ಡ್ ಎ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಸೇಯಿಂಗ್, ಚತುರ ಬುದ್ಧಿವಂತ ತಮ್ಮನಿಗೆ ಶುಭಾಶಯಗಳು, ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು, ನಿನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಸಂದೇಶ ಬಂತು, ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಖುಷಿ ಆಯಿತು, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ರು. That's the way she could touch people, and that is why so many of us have expressed different kind of things. Friends, we will miss her. We will miss her leadership. We will miss her heart. We will miss her way of working. But I consider myself lucky because I came across a person like Madhura Chatrapathy, my Hiriyakka. I think we all wish for her eternal peace. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you for those nuggets of wisdom which you have shared, sir. Next, we'll have Sangeeta ma'am giving the last part of the musical tribute.
We will be presenting back-to-back 3 songs in this segment as per the request. So I was thinking 2 songs, but Ramdas ji said 3 songs. One filmy followed by 2 devotional.
रिम जिम गिरे सावन, सुलग सुलग जाए मन, भीगे आज इस मौसम में, लगी कैसी है अगन। रिम जिम गिरे सावन, सुलग सुलग जाए मन, भीगे आज इस मौसम में, लगी कैसी ये अगन। रिम जिम गिरे सावन, जब घुंघरुओं से बजती है बूंदे, अरमां हमारे पल के न मोड़े। जब घुंघरुओं से बजती है बूंदे, अरमां हमारे पल के न मोड़े। किस देखे सपने नयन, सुलग सुलग जाए मन। भीगे आज इस मौसम में, लगी कैसी ये अगन। रिम झिम गिरे सावन। महफिल में कैसे कह दे किसी से, दिल बंद रहा है इस अजनबी से। महफिल में कैसे कह दे किसी से, दिल बंद रहा है इस अजनबी से। हाय करे अब क्या जतन, सुलग सुलग जाए मन। भीगे आज इस मौसम में, लगी कैसी ये अगन। रिम झिम गिरे सावन।
Thank you. Thanks so much.
ಜಗದೋದ್ಧಾರನ ಆಡಿಸಿದಳೆ ಶೋಧ. ಜಗದೋದ್ಧಾರನ ಆಡಿಸಿದ ಯಶೋಧ. ಜಗದೋದ್ಧಾರನ ಆಡಿಸಿದಳೆ ಶೋಧ. ಜಗದೋದ್ಧಾರನ ಜಗದೋದ್ಧಾರನ ಮಗನೆಂದು ತಿಳಿಯುತ್ತ. ಜಗದೋದ್ಧಾರನ ಮಗನೆಂದು ತಿಳಿಯುತ್ತ. ಮಗುಗಳ ಮಾಣಿಕ್ಯನ ಆಡಿಸಿದಳೆ ಶೋಧ. ಮಗುಗಳ ಮಾಣಿಕ್ಯನ ಆಡಿಸಿದಳೆ ಶೋಧ. ಜಗದೋದ್ಧಾರನ ಪರಮ ಪುರುಷನ ಪರವಾಸು ದೇವನ ವಿಠಲನ ಆಡಿಸಿದಳೆ ಶೋಧ ಪುರಂದರ ವಿಠಲನ ಆಡಿಸಿದಳೆ ಶೋಧ ಜಗದೋದ್ಧಾರನ ಆಡಿಸಿದಳೆ ಶೋಧ ಆಡಿಸಿದಳು ಯಶೋಧ ಆಡಿಸಿದಳು ಕೃಷ್ಣನ ಪರಮಾತ್ಮನ I'll be ending this session with a very popular bhajan. It will be very nice if all of you can repeat it too. रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम रघुपति राघव राजा राम
पतित पावन सीताराम
रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम ईश्वर अल्लाह तेरो नाम सबको सन्मति दे भगवान 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 राम 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 रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम। My heartfelt thanks to the organizers and Rotary and Awake, and wherever Srimati Madhura is, she will be blessing all of us, and I feel very nice singing for a homage program like this, a Shradhanjali. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, Sangeeta.
And again, my co-musicians, Jairam sir on the keyboard, Vasan sir on the flute, Pritam Halibandi on
Let's
the
put our
tabla,
hands together for the entire troupe.
Mickey on the rhythm pad, and Suri on supporting vocals and vocals. Thank you very much. And sound again, thank you, Praveen.
Would you like to? No, that's okay. We can call starting off with, three more. We have three more speakers, starting off with PDG Sureshwari.
Yes, sir, my time starts. See, the pleasantness and the happiness of the society is measured by what it gives to the citizen, everyone. In fact, instead of complaining about darkness, lighting a light candle is better. So these are our DVG's famous quotes translated in English. But I remember Madhura for what she has done for the society, particularly women folks. My association with Madhura was more in the Rotary circle, but I'm always awed by her steadfast thought and the direction she gives to everyone. She was very clear in her communication. She doesn't give a problem, she gives a solution along with that. It is for us to assimilate and take forward what she had thought. Wherever she is, may her soul rest in eternal peace and be that support to Rotary fraternity who trusted her and carried her legacy all this along, and let the other future generation of Rotarians continue the same. Thank you very much. God bless.
Thank you, sir. The 2 minutes deadline was taken a little too seriously there. Can I have the next speaker, PDG Samir Haryani, sir?
Thank you so much. At the outset, a big thank you to President and members of Rotary Bangalore Downtown and the family of the Chatrapathys, Shruti and Surbi, and all of you here this year. Good evening. Whenever it's any celebration or a Shradhanjali, I tend to get emotional. So Rupa, before I left home, she said, don't cry. So I promise to try not to cry. But I met Madhura on the 14th of July, 1998. That was 25 years ago. And I remember that date because, Rupa, Madhura and I had a mutual admiration society. We admired her for what she was, and all of you have highlighted that beautifully here. And she admired us as a couple who she saw a lot for the future. Because many of you shared your relations with her. Some of you have been district secretaries. Somebody said brother, sister. Of course, families then, club members and organizational members. But she was proud of one thing, and we take pride that we are that couple. I am her inductee, and she is my inductor. So she's the one who inducted us into Rotary. And why she was very proud and the pride she had was, I'm the only inductee of hers who went on to become the district governor of Rotary International District 3190. And in her own words, she wants to see many, many, many more such accomplishments in the future. So that's a special bond which I don't think anybody else has that unique privilege, which I take great pride in. And I will remember Madhura for 4 things. I remember her whenever there was a new accomplishment or a new achievement or a new designation that she would come to know through WhatsApp or somebody telling her or on social media. The first early morning call was from Madhura Chatrapathy to congratulate me, to compliment me, and to encourage me and to remind me how proud she is of her inductee. That's what she said. I am smiling from ear to ear. I'm so proud. The second thing, that I would remember Madhura for. She's the one who taught us that all Rotarians are equal. Because I remember when we are new in an organization and you have seniors around you, you start to use the word ma'am, madam, sir. So whenever we used to say Madhura ma'am, she'd say, no ma'am, only Madhura. Don't ever call me ma'am. And that's one thing she said every time. So she said, all Rotarians are equal. And till this day, even though we have a 32-year age gap between us, she was always Madhura for us. The third thing that I'll remember Madhura for, the core values, the ethics, the four-way test. I mean, the complete Rotary in a nutshell. You know, that's one more thing that she took a lot of pride in. She said, you know, Rotary over the last 2 or 3 decades has gone many places and sometimes haywire. But I'm so proud that a young couple like you are still following and keeping the same protocols and ethics and, you know, principles and core values of Rotary intact. When I see you, I know that Rotary has a good future because you are the leaders of the future. So I always remember for that complete Rotary in us. And finally, what I remember Madhura for, the RI theme in the year that we joined, 1998-1999, was Follow Your Rotary Dream. Yeah, thank you for prompting me, though I remember it. So Madhura, Rupa and I promise you that we will always follow our Rotary dream, and whenever we do that, you will be in our thoughts, you will be in our prayers, and we will always thank you for inducting us into this wonderful organization. Thank you so much, and everybody, let's pay tribute to that wonderful lady. Thank you.
Indeed, many relations have been forged, are being forged, etc. And the newest one is, of course, the inductor-inductee, which you spoke about. I also have a new relation, which I'll be talking about next. But before that, I'd like to request the next speaker to come onto the stage. Flight Lieutenant KP Nagesh. Flight Lieutenant KP Nagesh. So it's a wild card entry, is it? It's a wild card entry. Can I request PDG?
Good evening, everybody. I think everybody represented a great lady, Madhura. Being a president of Madhura during 98-99, I would like to speak few words. I think after coming out of Air Force, I joined Rotary. Then I got associated with Madhura Chatrapathy as president-elect of my club in the year 1988. Moment we just saw and heard her, it really given a big boost for all of us as the co-presidents were there to lead Rotary from front. Taking out of the international theme, she locally made a theme called Dreamer and Doers. That's where she started her speech and started motivating all of us. Yes, we must dream big and achieve big. To do that, we should plan and execute. That's what she taken, because those days this pre-induction talk, pre-pets were not that many. I think only 2 opportunity we got. Both the times she was the speaker, she inspired all of us. And majority of the speakers here mentioned about our meticulousness and particularness. Yes, that was very challenging for each one of us to get through and pass through that. You can imagine how, as a young president, new to Rotary, passing through our leadership. Of course, I was one of the blue-eyed boy as a president. And the best part was when she decided to get inducted in that Vidhan Sauda, maybe first of its kind, Rotary governor getting installed. She selected 3 presidents along with her to be inducted. Out of that, representing Rotary High Ground, I was one of there. That's where the connectivity, the best part each one of us liked was the time sense. She was very particular about time management. Maybe because of my Air Force background, I was also very particular. That's where we many times looked at each other and appreciated each other on the time management. Anyhow, as everybody mentioned, she's a great force, great energy. I think she'll go to born back, but I request the Lord Almighty to give our energy back to Bangalore so that she can come out as one of the best force, not only for Rotary, for the society and do a lot of good things. I pray, Lord, to give this opportunity again back to Bangalore. Thank you very much.
I'd like to request P.P. Ramdas, who's going to be reading a tribute which has been sent by Nalini Nanjundaya.
I promise this is the last one. Let me start off by thanking all of you for your patience, for being with us here today. But it's not surprising that someone like Madhura, it just ends up in a torrent of emotion, and I think I'm feeling it myself. President Nalini Nanjundaya of the Rotary Club of Bangalore was planning to be here, but she couldn't at the last minute, was taken ill. So she sent me a message that I'm just going to read out to you verbatim. Dr. Madhura, she says, was a cherished friend, a remarkable soul, and a visionary leader. Her impact resonated far beyond the bounds of professional collaborations. As I reflect on our personal relationship, I realize that she had a unique way of reaching out, which made every conversation an enduring connection. Over the years, she became a confidant and offered unwavering support. We partnered in numerous educational training programs for schools. Her passion for education was infectious, and her commitment to empowering the younger generation through knowledge and skills was unwavering. In those endeavors, she exemplified the spirit of selfless service and a genuine desire to shape a brighter future for the next generation. It was not merely rhetoric, she lived and breathed that philosophy. She wasn't just a supporter of women's rights, she was a dedicated advocate, actively contributing to the realization of these aspirations. As we bid farewell to Madhura, let us remember not only her professional accomplishments, but the warmth of her friendship, the generosity of her spirit, and the profound impact she had on the causes she held dear. The void left by her departure is immense, but so too is the legacy of kindness, advocacy, and empowerment she leaves behind. May her soul find eternal peace, and may we, inspired by her example, carry forward the torch of compassion, friendship, and empowerment in her memory. Rest in peace, dear Madhura. You will be dearly missed, she says. Thank you, Nalini. So that really brings us to the conclusion of the tributes. I must thank all the people who were on Zoom. At one point, we had a total of 33 folks on Zoom, and since the capacity there was, the sound was not very good, our intrepid crew here switched it to YouTube as well, so people were following along. So kindly excuse us for some of the missteps we might have taken in organizing this, but it was all very well intended. So before I conclude with a very brief expression of gratitude, I would like to, I know three downtowners were scheduled to come and pay tributes, but given the lateness of the hour, two of them have, yes, so two of them have said, you know, in the spirit of Rotary, they said, we will pass, but we have our own past president, charter member of downtown, past President Corey, here with us. Corey Sahab, can I please request you to come up here? And he's a man of few words, but whatever he says, he puts to music. So we're going to hear him sing for us. Thank you.
So I was the charter member of Rotary Downtown. We are closely associated with Madhura. See, he made me to sing one song, which I give you as a tribute, as a Shradhanjali to her. Kannada song. ಓದಿ ಬ್ರಾಹ್ಮಣನಾಗು ಕಾದಿ ಕ್ಷತ್ರಿಯನಾಗು ಶೂದ್ರ ವೈಶ್ಯನೆ ಆಗು ದುಡಿದು ಗಳಿಸಿ ಶೂದ್ರ ವೈಶ್ಯನೇ ಆಗು ದುಡಿದು ಗಳಿಸಿ ಏನಾದರೂ ಆಗು ನಿನ್ನಿಚ್ಛೆಯಂತಾಗು ಏನಾದರೂ ಸರಿಯೇ ಮೊದಲು ಮಾನವನಾಗು ಓದಿ ಬ್ರಾಹ್ಮಣನಾಗು ಕಾದಿ ಕ್ಷತ್ರಿಯನಾಗು ರಾಜಕಾರಣಿಯಾಗು ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರಭಕ್ತನೆಯಾಗು ರಾಜಕಾರಣಿಯಾಗು ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರಭಕ್ತನೆಯಾಗು ಕಲೆಗಾರ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನಿ ವ್ಯಾಪಾರಿಯಾಗು ಏನಾದರೂ ಆಗು ನಿನ್ನಿಚ್ಛೆಯಂತಾಗು ಏನಾದರೂ ಸರಿಯೇ ಮೊದಲು ಮಾನವನಾಗು ಓದಿ ಬ್ರಾಹ್ಮಣನಾಗು ಕಾದಿ ಕ್ಷತ್ರಿಯನಾಗು. It is a long song. This is, I finish it off. She lived to the spirit and meaning of this song. Thank you.
Want to say something? So that was beautiful. This was actually meant to be done by our Sutrathar, Suresh Thota, but he handed it over to me to thank everyone. I'm going to start with thanking my dear Shruti and Surabhi, two lovely, lovely young ladies. And we're going to miss your grandmother. Please convey to her that we are looking forward to having her with us. Obviously, now this is strange, calling Sangeeta Vidushi, Sangeeta Sri Kishan of the World Music Conservatory. My God, what a tongue twister that is, lovely name. But Sangeeta and I have known each other for years now, and thank you so much for regaling us. And Rotary Club of Bangalore for making this facility available. Yes, please join us in big applause. Thank you. I want to not only thank the Rotary Club of Bangalore, but the staff. They're amazing. Thank you very much for always being with us and helping us. Thank you. Namaskara. And then, let's see, the whole bunch of downtowners who were engaged in organizing this event. I can't even tell you. It's gone on for a couple of weeks, and it's just been a labor of love. So it's really come all together really nicely. Thank you very much for being patient. It's a little after the hour. We were planning to finish up earlier, but then on an occasion like this, where emotions are running high, we can understand that something can stretch. So thank you very much. Particularly people on Zoom, they were very patient. The sound was not always the greatest, but our great staff here, Retired Georgie and your friend, I don't know your name, Saju, made it all happen and got the YouTube connection. So thank you very much. Ride home safe. God bless. And as Madhura would always say, she would make sure that she would go around and wish every one of you. I hope some of us have done that. So thank you. If I've forgotten somebody, yes, there you go. Past President Zaidi, would you please stand up? On an occasion like this, we recognize he had gone off to Thiruvananthapuram, tongue twister, but he's come back here. I hope you're back to Rotary and yes, आप बोल दीजिए.
मधुरा जी की जो शख्सियत थी वो इतनी रोशन थी, उसके लिए एक छोटा सा शेर है. शहर के अंधेरे को एक चिराग काफ़ी है. शहर के अंधेरे को एक चिराग काफ़ी है. 100 चिराग जलते हैं एक चिराग जलाने से.
This is what we missed. But he's back amongst us now. So thank you very, very much. God bless and take care. Thank you. Good night. Yeah.